Boxing on Channel 5. Defending his name, his legacy. Harlem Eubank. Battling his way up the super lightweight rankings. Can he remain undefeated? Big Fight Live. Eubank versus Uruzquieta. Friday at 10 on Channel 5.
Rounds Up on IFL TV, proudly sponsored by Everlast. With me, Johnny Nelson. Johnny, Lawrence OKOLIE, 12 rounds.
We went 12 rounds. You know what? Again, I think Lawrence's punch power is a thing that's always got him out of trouble. Lawrence's punch power is a thing that's made him into a world champion. Lawrence's punch power has saved him from nights like this. Like it or not, he came up against somebody that could take, it had good punch resistance, so it exposed the vulnerabilities in Lawrence's style. But remember, Lawrence is still a world champion. That wasn't given to him. It was earned by him. So it may look easy to be done and easy to be dealt with, but Lawrence is still a world champion. It shows the vulnerabilities there. I see that. I get that. I hear what everybody's saying. But still, you've got to get in there and beat him. And what he lacks in technical ability, he makes it for in punch power. You've got to just hope that union with Sugar Hill kicks in pretty soon, because once he comes across somebody that can take a shot, that's probably as long as him, as tall as him, that's when you've got problems.
A lot of people expected Lawrence's blast David Light out. No disrespect.
I didn't think this would go past 6 rounds. I really didn't. But just before the fight, I just said, but you've got to remember, David Light's a good amateur. If Lawrence falls asleep on this night, it'll be a hard night for him. And that's exactly what it was.
Few boos from the crowd. Obviously, it was getting a little bit like, we saw the referee take a point off Lawrence as well. We know he did some of that stuff in the past as well, which Shane improved him. What did you make of the boos for?
You know what? The crowd have paid their money to come and see the fight, and the crowd have got their opinion. And at the end of the day, Lawrence is still a world champion. And so Lawrence has got to go out there. He's got to take the good with the bad. He's got to learn on the job. And if he doesn't learn on the job, he'll get exposed on the job.
He was out of the ring over a year. So do you think that had an effect as well?
It could have done. It could have done. But I struggle to answer that kind of question, because I knew when I fought, I trained all the time. So even though I'd be out of the ring, I was always in the gym doing something. So it depends on what he's been doing out of the gym.
I just spoke to Sugar Hill and he said, look, there were good things I saw in there that we've been working on, but this is a new relationship. It's going to take a bit of time.
That's what Sugar said yesterday. He said that to me yesterday. He said it's going to be 3 fights down the line before me and this guy take it in and kick it in. So you can give me time. Give me patience.
What do you want him to do next? Fight one of the UK fighters in Riakpo, William Smith?
Well, that's the more appetising one. That's the more appetising option. But those guys have also got their other agendas as well. I think a fight with Lawrence and Chris William Smith would almost be pointless, because they know each other far too well. I think a fight with Lawrence and Richard Riakpo, who's tall, who can punch, who's long, would be more exciting and unpredictable.
So moving away from this fight, we saw your man, Kell Brook, in attendance. The first time he's kind of come out to an event for a while now, and since his issues, pictured with Liam Smith. We don't know what Conor Benn's doing. We don't know what Chris Eubank Jr. are doing. And listen, I don't mean to talk about Conor Benn, because obviously we still want him to go through our process. You got an appetite for Brook, Liam Smith?
If the appetite's there for Kell, then do it. But it depends on where the appetite is. Is it the money or is it the fight itself? I don't want to see it. If I'm honest with you, I don't want it to happen. Sorry, I do want to. I would watch it, but I don't want it to happen.
We interviewed him today, and he said, sent a clear message to Eddie Hearn: if you want me to fight Conor Benn, pay me.
Yeah, exactly. And you know what? He's thinking, you pay me enough, I'll get myself into shape and get myself motivated to do it. But then Eddie's got to do the maths and think, does it work for him?
Johnny, appreciate your time. We'll see you in, hopefully, Poland.
You won't see me in Poland, brother.
See you in Birmingham. Johnny Nelson, IFL TV. Thank you very much.
16, 17, win it, their guilt wins. Right, the bouncer's guilt wins.
This is no good for me. That's the reality. If you want the honest truth, and I see it every day,